r/TalesFromRetail. Compilation 1 from Reddit reader. Can't you just buy it for me? Hello TFR. I come bearing a tale that is one of the most ridiculous customer encounters I've had in my almost 17 years of retail experience. So buckle up, kids. It's gonna be a wild ride. The characters: me, assistant manager slave SW, senile woman. As there's really no other explanation relevant to the story, we are unable to take orders over the phone. Credit cards must be physically swiped inserted at the register, and we have absolutely no way around this. The setting: a shoe store. Just a few days ago, I had just clocked in for my closing shift. The phone rings. Me. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling shoe store. How may I help you SW? Oh hi. I was in your store earlier today looking at a pair of shoes, and I'm just kicking myself for not buying them. I'd like for you to ship them to me. Me. Unfortunately we are unable to take orders over the phone, but I'd be glad to put them on hold for you. SW. But I live all the way in same state in which my store is located, and I can't make the trip all the way out there again. Me. I'm sorry about that, but I have no way of taking payment over the phone. SW. Can I order them online? Me. Possibly. Which shoe were you looking at SW? I don't know. A little back and forth ensues, with her attempting to explain what the shoe looked like and where it was located in the store. I'm somehow able to find it. It's a single pair of sandals from last year that are on super mega clearance because, well, they're old. Me. Unfortunately you won't find these on our website. They're from last year. SW. Well, what am I supposed to do? Me. Go back in time and buy them when you were here? I'm not sure, Mom. SW. Oh. You can ship them to me, and when I get them I'll mail you a check. Me. Sorry Mom. I can't send out merchandise that has not been paid for. SW. Getting increasingly frustrated. Is there anyone else there I can talk to? A manager. Me. Trying to suppress laughter as my manager is staring at me, shaking his head at hearing my side of the conversation. No, I'm the only manager here right now. SW. Well then, you can buy it for me and I'll mail you a check. Me. Excuse me SW. They're not even $20. You pay for it and I'll send you a personal check. I'm good for it. Me. I'm not going to do that. SW. Well, is there anyone else there who would? Me. No Mom. No one here is going to buy your shoes for you. Staring from my manager intensifies. We both exchange the I can't wait to talk about this one look. SW. Well, I mean, this is ridiculous. All I want is those shoes and no one will help me. So there's nothing you can do. Me. No Mom. I'm afraid there isn't. SW. Well then, thanks a lot. Click. I burst out laughing and regale my manager with the full conversation. A nearby customer overhears and also starts laughing. I spend most of my remaining shift hiding in the back room. I feel like I earned it. Closed is closed. I'm only 16 but work at a local pharmacy gift shop in my town. The customers are generally pretty chill. Older folks. Yesterday was a special exception. We close at 3 on Sundays, and around 2:58 I stand by the door waiting for the all clear to lock the door. There's still a man in the back having trouble filling his prescription, but it all good because he's apologetic realizing it's nearing close. Well, 3 o'clock rolls around and my boss give me the thumbs up. Usually, if there's someone like the guy in the back, I just wait for him to finish up and unlock the door for him. And that was my plan today. But, as I lock the door, a car comes speeding into the parking lot, and parks right out front. Seeing as we have closed, I know I'm gonna have to tell this already pissed off looking old lady that she's gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Let her be referred to as RB. Raging bitch. Henceforth. I unlock the door and poke my head out. Me. I'm sorry mom, but we just closed. If there's something in particular you're looking for, it possible they have it over in neighboring supermarket. RB. What the hell do you mean you're closed? It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Me. Yes mom. We close at 3 on Sundays. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. RB. Can't you let me in to get my prescription really quick? At this point, I can tell it's not gonna be good. Me. Mom. I'm sorry, but we have closed and are no longer legally allowed to process prescriptions. You're going to have to wait until tomorrow. RB. What about the man who's in there now? You don't seem to have a problem with him. Let me in. Me. He walked into the store around 2:45 and we are having trouble processing his prescription. As soon as he's done he will be leaving as well. RB. It's only 3:05. Let me in. Me. Closed is closed. Mom. I'm sorry, at this point I close the door and relook it, waiting for the man in the back to finish up. RB begins pounding on the door ordering to see my boss. Luckily he and the man just finished up, and they both walk up to the front door. As I unlock it for the man, RB tries to force herself in to get her script. At this point, my boss steps in. B. Miss, I'm sorry, but we are closed now. You'll have to come back tomorrow for your prescription. RB. What the hell is wrong with you people? You're denying me my medication. I need it. B. How many doses do you have left? RB. Enough to last through Tuesday, but IB. Great. See you Tuesday. He closes the door in her face, which prompts more shouting. As we leave and lock up the door, she continues screaming at us until we all drive off. She was back today and got her prescription. Somehow she survived through the night. In which the customer doesn't pick up her item for 3 years. So this story begins in a locally owned jewelry store. The jeweler has been repairing and selling high-end jewelry for 52 years. He is over 70 and still works like a madman. His business is efficient, reasonably priced, and high quality, allowing him to stay in business as long as he has. For repairs, the customer must leave their piece of jewelry with us for several weeks to place it in line. When the jeweler is ready to do the repair, we call the customer with a price quote, and if they approve, the repair is completed within 24 hours. If they decline the quote, the repair is marked as did not repair in our computer system, filed in the completed repairs bin, and the customer can pick up the repair at no charge. Now, when the customer leaves a piece of jewelry with us, we give them a claims ticket that says not responsible for pieces left over 60 days from completion of repair. We also take down their name, address, and phone number, multiple if possible, to ensure that we contact the correct person when the repair is complete. Enter customer. The year is 2014. The month is February. She leaves her ring with us to be repaired. When the jeweler looks at it several weeks later, he finds that the original ring is too fragile and cannot be repaired. We call the customer, and she says she will come get it. Now obviously jewelry is something you don't just throw out after 60 days. The warning on the ticket is just to encourage customers to pick their items up as quickly as possible so that our safe isn't full of jewelry all the time. We also keep a clear record of phone calls to and from the customer, including the date and time as well as whether we reached the customer or left a voicemail. Fast forward. The date is now January 2016. We are doing a biannual call everyone who still has jewelry here. I notice that this repair has been here a long time, and we have called her more than 6 times. I give her a ring and the number is disconnected. We decide that after 2 years, this woman may be dead, ill, and no one knew to come pick up the piece. It was a piece of junk anyway. And on top of that it was broken beyond repair. So we got rid of it. The date is now April 2017. Enter a woman to the jewelry store. She says she is here to pick up a repair. But when I look it up in the system, it says it was picked up in January 2016. Now obviously this woman is furious that someone else could have picked up her repair. So we dig through our paper receipts from over a year ago and find our note that the repair was discarded. We explained to the woman that the repair had been disposed of and our reasoning for doing so. We apologized, but there wasn't anything to do. My favorite part is when she says, "See, but why didn't you call me?" Me. Mom, we did call you. We spoke with you several times as I see here in our notes. And you kept saying you would come pick it up. But after 2 years your number was disconnected and you did not leave another method of contact. If you look at our ticket, you will see that there is a warning that we are not responsible past 60 days. We did you the favor of keeping your item for 2 years. But there is nothing else I can do for you. Honestly, I'm not sure what she even wanted with that item anyway. TL. Dr. Lady leaves broken jewelry at our store for 3 years and is surprised when we have discarded it. My most disgusting cashier experience. This happened a few weeks ago. Over the summer before I head off to university, I've been working at a grocery store to have enough money to live on. My job entails quite a few responsibilities, but I'm mainly at the tills. So I'm sitting at my till, halfway through a 10-hour shift. I'm about 15 minutes away from my break, so that's pretty much all I'm thinking about. A pregnant woman walks up to the conveyor belt with a full cart of shopping. She has 2 young kids, one walking alongside and the younger one in the fold-out seat in the cart. It's obvious that she is in a rush and has her hands full with the kids. So I offer to take the bags that she brought and pack the items as I scan them. She is very thankful, but I tell her that it's no big deal. This is where things got interesting. She began to lift the younger child out of the seat because he was in the way of her getting the shopping. She turns him around to put him down and he proceeds to projectile vomit directly over all the shopping. I'm not talking a little bit of baby sick. More like Charlie in the limo in Always Sunny. This stuff just keeps coming, completely covering her shopping. The woman was almost in tears, apologizing as much as I think is humanly possible. I tell her that it's not her fault. After all, there is no way to predict when your baby will be sick. Now usually my team leader, pretty much my boss, would be there to help in a situation like this. But it was a very busy day and she was away dealing with something else. So I had to take charge. Firstly, I called the in-store cleaner to clean the sick from the floor and I closed down my till. Next, I got a hold of my friend who was stacking shelves and got him, after some persuasion, to take the hazardous waste container that the cart had become through to the back of the store. I led the woman to some seats near the door and then asked if she had a shopping list, so I could go around and collect her shopping again. She said she couldn't let me do that, but I insisted. So I grabbed another cart and raced around the store completing her shopping list. I'd been working there for about 6 days a week for 3 months by then, so I knew where everything was. I got everything in about 10 minutes and was back at the checkout. I got my friend back to help me unload and pack the stuff back up. All in all, it took me about 15-20 minutes from taking the list to getting all of her shopping scanned through and packed. I went to get the woman and told her that everything was packed and ready to go. She just needed to pay. She couldn't believe it. It was great to see the relief in her face after seeing her so close to tears. She paid for her shopping and thanked me about 1,000,000 times before she went on her way. I went for my break. Fast forward to the present day. My team leader comes up and tells me that a lady wrote a letter to her about how I had gone above and beyond the call of duty just to help her when she was stressed. My team leader told me that if I ever asked her for a reference, she would just forward that letter, as it was the better than any reference she could ever give. I was just glad to make someone's day. TL. Dr. Baby becomes violent vomit volcano. Covers his mother's shopping. I fetched her a new cart of shopping and end up with a great reference. Be kind to everyone you meet. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more Reddit content.